Welcome back to Bible and Blues. Today we are reading Proverbs 11. Looking forward to it. Um, but you know, one of the things I kind of want to talk about is just real quick because I don't, it's already partially into my day here. Um, Earlier I posted why I'm not debating atheists anymore, and some people like that, some people don't, and that's me. And just so you know, I'm not intending to put the word atheist in the title, in the search engine, in any of the metrics. I mean, we're just gonna, I'm not out to attract them anymore. I'm really tired of it. It's funny. I put atheist in that title before, and out of this new grouping of videos, um, it gets all kinds of views now because it has the word atheist in it, and that wasn't my intention at all. They're like flies to manure. I mean, I can't really describe it any better. Ants to a pile of sugar. I don't know. They can't help themselves. They see the word atheist, they have to watch it. Um, and I'm not even debating them at this point in time, and they can't keep away. I don't. Fine, fine. So anyway, but this one, because one of the reasons I'm not is because I do feel I'm highly emotionally vested in my faith. That doesn't mean that there isn't logic or consideration or facts, experimentation, study involved in my faith. This is just the fact that I know that when it comes time to debate, I am emotionally vested. Therefore, I take it personally. Okay, and it's not a matter of I take it, that I'm that I it's there's an emotional response in me. Um, and they don't understand that. They think that all science, all decisions of this should be a scientific debate, and I think that's where they fall down. Is that this is supposed to be a scientific based on facts, based on this, based on that, and that is there. But really, when you come right down to it, this is a very personal belief. This is a very personal belief in the one true God, in the fact that Jesus was risen from the grave. Even though we can say, "Hey, here's some facts, here's witnesses, here's writings from people outside of the faith that talk about certain aspects of this." Um, Change my hand here. Sorry. Still, whatever. But and so even though we give them that too, they can't. To them, the idea that this is also emotional, they can't handle that. And all major decisions in your life have strong emotional aspects to it. Um, as an example, who you marry is incredibly strong emotional, but you better put some logic. You better put some study into it. You better check that person out very well, because you're going to spend hopefully the rest of your life with them. And if you choose poorly, you're going to pay a high price for that. The job you do now, if you train for it, you go to college, you study to learn your craft. You apprentice. Okay, you will become emotionally vested in that over time. You can't help it. Any scientist, show me a scientist that doesn't get excited by his discovery, that isn't doing it to elicit an endorphic emotional response when he has a new discovery. It's addicting, okay? We do things as humans because of emotion. We become emotionally vested. What archaeologist is not excited about walking, uncovering a civilization and seeing something for the first time in human in thousands of years or hundreds of years since it got buried? Okay, this is an emotional response. You're emotionally vested in what you do, and this is still science. This is still fact. So the idea that being emotionally vested negates the debate is asinine and stupid, and probably stated by somebody who does. First off, they're single. They're probably young. They haven't lived much life, and they haven't examined their own personal responses. Anyway, I wanted to bring that up because that's one of the reasons why I'm not debating them anymore. Because I'm sorry, that was a stupid reply that person had. And I responded with some respect, okay? For all I know, he's going to follow me and watch this here. I hope he does. I hope he understands that this is my point of view. And if you don't think that somebody with who makes decisions without emotion is actually, if you don't think that's a bad thing, okay, then sorry, you really haven't studied much of the world itself. Okay, I mean, what was the intriguing part about Mr. Spock? It was his human half with all the okay. So anyway, sorry, I hate using Star Trek references. I really do. I hear atheist YouTubers do that kind of thing all the time. Anyway, so let's continue. Let's get some of the word of the Lord into us here, with Proverbs chapter 11. Um, the Lord abhors dishonest scales, but accurate weights are his delight. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Wealth is worthless in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless makes a straight way for them, but the wicked are brought down by their own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright delivers them, but the unfaithful are trapped by evil desires. When a wicked man dies, his hope perishes. All he expected from his power comes to nothing. The righteous man is rescued from trouble, and it comes on the wicked instead. With his mouth, the godless destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge the righteous escape. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices. When the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy. Through the blessings of the upright, a city is exalted, but by the mouth of the wicked it is destroyed. A man who lacks judgment derides his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his tongue. A gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy man keeps a secret. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but many advisers make victory sure. He who puts up security for another will surely suffer, but whoever refuses to strike hands in pledge is safe. A kind-hearted woman gains respect, but ruthless men gain only wealth. A kind man benefits himself, but a cruel man brings trouble on himself. The wicked man earns deceptive wages, but he who sows righteousness reaps a sure reward. There we go. Get my hand out of the camera. Sorry. The wicked man earns deceptive wages. The truly righteous man attains life, but he who pursues evil goes to his death. The Lord detests men of perverse heart, but he delights in those whose ways are blameless. Be sure of this, the wicked will not go unpunished, but those who are righteous will go free. Like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. Choose your wife wisely. The desire of the righteous ends only in good, but the hope of the wicked only in wrath. One man gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds unduly, but comes to poverty. A generous man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. People curse the man who hoards grain, but blessing crowns him who is willing to sell. He who seeks good finds goodwill, but evil comes to him who searches for it. Whoever trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf. He who brings trouble on his family will inherit only wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. If the righteous receive their due on earth, how much more the ungodly and the sinner? Here is a reading of the Lord. Thanks be to God. We're continuing on through Solomon's Proverbs, which there's a little less continuity with them, and so a little more difficult for me to read. But we don't have time to unpack these today, but I really appreciate you coming. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. I am hitting the road with my dad on the way to Malibu Club in Canada. I am really excited about this trip. If you are going up there, if you're somebody that's going that direction, that's awesome. Please come find me, say hi, tell me what you think of my videos. I'm not, there's only 250 men up there. Odds are pretty slim that there's anybody that's actually watching my videos up there, but hey, just in case, please do come find me. I'll be there with my dad. Really excited. Hope to see you there if you are going. Um, and so I'm not sure. I mean, I know while I'm up there, there's no connection. So once I'm up there, there's just nothing. You're not going to get any videos from me. I apologize. No more live videos. And I don't have time to make any just to drop down. I have to pack. I have to get ready. My wife needs a blood draw tonight. I have to change a tire on the car tonight. There's just all kinds of things I have to do over the next 24 hours. If I get a chance to, I will do a reading on the road. If my dad's doing any driving, I'm expecting to do most of the driving up there. But if I get a chance to, I will do a reading while on the road. So anyway, God bless. Thank you so much, and you have a blessed day.